Hi everyone, Highlander here. Today we have another market watch video for you, number 2 in the series, and today we are covering the week ending 6th of August 2012. Jumping straight into it, we have Inferno difficulty crafting materials. These start with subtle essences at 990 gold, which is a huge price increase based on last week. That's an increase of 33%. Up from 744 gold. So that really is a big jump, and that's indicated by this completely flat line over here, which is unfortunate because their price is completely dwarfed by Fiery Brimstone. So I'm going to give them their own separate chart for a future week, but unfortunately for now you're just going to have to trust me that if you zoomed right in, that line would move quite a bit. Anyways, iridescent tears, they've gone up a little bit by 4.6%, but that's not a big deal because they are so damn cheap anyways. Fiery Brimstones, now they've gone up in value as well, nearly 9% in increase, and that's 147,000 gold for your Fiery Brimstone. Now on US dollar terms, they've actually dropped in value. They're down 7.4%. Now that's actually taken it to its floor price of 25 cents per unit. That means that you cannot get a Fiery Brimstone through the official Blizzard system for less than 25 cents a unit, and if there's multiple people trying to buy it at that price but not enough people trying to sell it to satisfy them, that means you're going to get stuck in a queue, and it might take you quite a while to actually get your hands on your Fiery Brimstones. That being said, if you do get it, you will be able to sell it for quite a bit, and in terms of the price in which you'd effectively be buying your gold, you'd be buying it at $2 per million. That is, if you spent $2 on buying Fiery Brimstones, you'd be able to get about $1 million worth of gold, and that's after your fees as well. So that's a relatively efficient way to get some gold if you're looking for it, and if you can get through that queue. In terms of secrets, they're down about 3.4% to 768 gold. Gems, in terms of the flawless square prices, they're down by 14%, and most of that's driven by the drop in flawless square emeralds, down from 627 gold to 502 gold. The average price is 179, but that's really not reflective because it really is those emeralds that are driving that whole little mini index there, so to speak. The Radiant Star prices are down 5.5%. That's down from 19.5 mil to 18.4 mil. Most of that's driven by a drop in Radiant Star topazes from 19.6 mil to 18.3 mil, but most of those really haven't been moving all that much. Only 5.5%, like I said, on average. Now, in terms of US dollar prices, they've moved a bit more. They're down 11%, and they've been going down for the last 2 weeks quite a bit, and they're now priced around 31.27 for a Radiant Star. That's 31.60 or in the 31.60s for emeralds and amethysts. Rubies are a bit cheaper, just under $30, and topazes are a little bit more expensive at just under $32. But that means that if you wanted to buy gold, you could instead spend your money. If you want to spend that much money in the $30 range, you could spend your money buying a Radiant Star and then selling it for gold, and your effective purchase price for that gold after fees would be $1.99. So that's actually the cheapest way in today's recording that you could get your hands on some gold if you wanted to, and of course you can use that gold to then spend it on something else. So keep that in mind, guys. Now for the item front, the 1100 DPS one-handed weapons, they've gone up in price by 7.35% in terms of gold. That's an average price of 4.38 mil. In terms of US dollars, they've gone up as well, 16.6% increase in price, and that's up to $11.66 on average. Now, if you were to buy 1100 DPS one-handed weapons and then sell them for gold, you'd be really ripping yourself off because you'd be effectively buying your gold for $3.13. So lesson out of that is try and buy these with gold if you can, and you might be better off buying gold and then buying the items. 1400 DPS two-handed weapons, well, they're averaging 960,000 on the gold auction house right now, and that is a huge increase because last week I was telling you those were 633k. Now they're up to 964k. That's a price increase of over 52%. That's a really big jump, and I do wonder if that has something to do with what I was telling you guys last week about the arbitrage opportunity there. And there still is a bit of one because the US dollar price of those has increased a bit as well to 12.14%. It's taken a bit of the pleasure out of that arbitrage opportunity, but now if you were to buy a two-handed weapon and you pay on average $5.33, you could sell that for nearly $1 million gold, which is an absolute rip-off because you'd be effectively paying $6.50 per million gold. However, you can now buy a 1400 DPS two-handed weapon for just under $1 million and then sell that for like at least $4. After your $1 fee, you're going to clear at least $3. So that's a pretty good way to, convert that gold into real money. And, you can keep that rinse-repeat cycle on that arbitrage opportunity. So if you did that with the Radiant Stars at the other end, if you have that much capital, then that could work out really, really nicely for you. And you can keep doing that until the market corrects itself. So other than that, guys, no real exciting observations or interest this week. Did notice that a lot of the things in terms of the gold price did appreciate in value, which does mean that gold itself looks like it's depreciating again. I don't know if that means all the botters are back, or if it just means that we had a bit of a blip there once all the botters got banned. I'd be inclined to think it was the blip's fault, and that we're going to see the gold price gradually devalue more and more over time. Thanks very much for watching, guys. Please, if you have any suggestions, pop them in the comments. I really appreciate it, and best of luck.